Right then, folks, we are ready to start the next round, which is Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, any percent nerdy Ripto, being performed by the legend that is Yeswally1. Wally, best of luck in your run, my dude. Hopefully, the game doesn't give you any awkward moments, because as we all know what Enter the Dragonfly is like, it's going to be spicy. That's all I can say about that. So, Wally, I'm going to leave you to it, mate. Best of luck in your run, and see you later.
Thank you. Anything can happen. Firstly, the Spyrothon layout is wrong. It says GameCube. This is actually PS2. We're doing PS2 for any percent already, Ripto. GameCube.
And this is also new run. Oh, now it's End of the Dragonfly. There we go.
100%. New run. But yeah, once I see that the platform has been changed to the correct one, then I will count us down into the game. Alright. So, without further ado, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I actually kind of forgot that there were more menus for the memory card, but whatever. So welcome to Enter the Dragonfly for the PlayStation 2, where I have to do a very good job at entertaining you throughout the loading screens. And the reason why I'm doing this on the PS2 version and not the GameCube version is mostly because the route that I'm going to be showing off for this has PS2 more in mind. And it allows me to sort of go through a few of the little changes that the PS2 version has over the GameCube one. Firstly is the loads are a lot longer. This game very much has a lot of downtime, so if people want to do stuff in chat or things just want to happen, then feel free just to give yourself a little bit of free entertainment. I will do my best to keep you up during these load times. Green Soul, the FFZ from this channel is approximately 5 years old. So, that was Bianca, by the way. We will not be seeing Bianca at all. She is no longer in this game. And the first big difference between the PS2 and the GameCube version is the amount of detail that everything has. Like, the PS2 version has a lot of graphic enhancements that GameCube just doesn't have. And another part is that the PS2 actually has a more stable average frame rate in the GameCube version, despite having all of these extra details. Also, I don't know if they're still doing the incentive for me to do any percent after this, just to show off how people usually play this game.
Hey, Bubbles!
I should probably explain what this category is trying to do. So this is trying to do the any percent fight, which is the first phase of Ripto. However, this will not be clipping straight into the final boss, and instead be unlocking it by getting 70% of all the collectibles in the game. The route that we're going to be doing is going to average out to about 4,350 gems and 71 dragonflies over the course of these over the course of 8 levels and a homeworld, which we are currently in, called Dragon Realms. Don't mind the GUI having a field day. All part of the plan. Bubbles and tunes. And now we have Jeet.
Hey, it's Jeet.
We talked to Miyagi there, and we are heading into the first level, which is Dragonfly Dojo. Now, what a lot of people know is that this game can be a glitchy mess. There's definitely a lot of unintended glitches that will probably happen. One such that I am expecting is a crash entering Cloud9, which is why I've got a memory card in. That is like the only thing that I'm expecting that could go wrong. But there are other things that could happen. Another thing I have had at some point is a corruption.
Hey, it's
Is a corruption that summons space rays. So we're in Dragonfly Dojo. It's a very simple level when it comes to early Ripto compared to 100%. No minigame areas being done in this level. Every level has 2 minigame areas. We are only going to be entering 3 minigame areas in this run. Is it 3? No, 2. We're only entering 2. No, I had it right. 3. We're entering 3 minigame areas. My mind decided that 1 minigame area just didn't exist anymore. That was an interesting moment. So that I've just shown off the first instance of this game's version of double jump. And if you're an SRT runner, it will look a little bit similar. What we do is we're jumping, gliding, and then immediately hovering. In this game, hover height isn't measured by glide time. Hovers will always give you the same amount of height, no matter what you do. So because of this, we can actually effectively get 2 jumps. It's not exactly a double jump, but it's as close to a double jump as possible in this game. And it allows us to do these kites, which are littered around the world, which you're actually supposed to backtrack for, and it's actually the only planned backtrack in the entire game. You're supposed to backtrack to it after grabbing Ice Breath. Which I suppose I can talk a little bit more about. So the main thing about this game is its different breath abilities. Why am I skipping text with X and triangle? I'm supposed to be skipping it with X and start. Oh, wrong guy. Wrong basket. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the breath abilities. That is like the main part of this game, is that Spyro now has up to 4 different breaths. No, up to is it 4 or 5? 4. He starts off with his basic flame. However, using runes, we can give Spyro some extra breath abilities, as well as a ability which is basically useless. The breaths that we'll be picking up is the electric breath, which we got from a rune in this level earlier on. It's like the green orb. And with these runes, we hand them into the dragon statue, like we did at the beginning of the run. And that is how we get our new abilities. On top of electric breath, we have the bubble breath, which we picked up at the very start of the game. And then the ice breath, which will appear a little bit later.
Hey, it's cloudy.
On top of that, there is one special ability that Spyro gets, which is the wing shield, but the wing shield doesn't have any applications outside of one Dragonfly. And it's because of this. And that Dragonfly is actually really slow. So wing shield itself is just going to get completely skipped.
Hey, it's Roxy.
We're coming to the end of the first level. Levels in early Ripto aren't too long. They're still definitely longer than your average level. But a lot of the length in the levels actually comes from its gems and some of its minigame areas. So after getting Mooney, we leave the level, and now there are 7 levels left. 7 levels to go. So how were all the runs whilst I was asleep? I know a lot of them were handheld runs. Did Bright Ghost do his run, by the way? Because I know he was having internet issues. Alright. How fun was multicolor Spyro? Alright. That's another difference actually between the PS2 and GameCube versions. Spyro doesn't say anything on the GameCube version. Like the gate opens and Spyro's just mute. However, in this version he actually has the extra voice line to say alright. Which still makes like no sense. But he's getting very excited over opening a gate. He's done a lot better than that. But we won't judge. We're not going to judge what Spyro's into. If he likes gates, he likes gates. So we're entering the second level now. Crop Circle Country. One of the shorter levels for this category. It's also the shortest level in 100%. And it also features the first instance of lag clipping, and also an amazing lighting engine. Now, GameCube would usually do lag clipping whilst using Flame, but for PS2 I actually use electricity. Electricity has a lighting effect on PS2 which it doesn't on GameCube. Which actually slows the game down just enough to clip into the barn, which is at the very end of the level. So something that's very common in this game is that the levels are effectively a circle. When it came to designing levels, Universal insisted on having circular levels. They wanted to have levels which circle back on themselves and have the front connected to the back. This is one of the few levels where we can actually abuse the front to back connector to actually get a Dragonfly really quickly, as well as allow myself to obtain 2 extra Dragonflies, because there are 2 Dragonfly challenges which spawn after doing the end of level. Also, this level is very laggy. I'm not entirely sure why it's very laggy though, because it's not loading anything in particular. That's what I want to do. Just focus on the cows. Focus on bringing these cows to their farmer, and we'll get a Dragonfly for that.
Hey, it's Mitnick.
The differences between this level in 100% and early Ripto always end up sort of getting me mixed up. RNG minute, just call it that. Why is this cow all the way out here? That cow wasn't moving. Very weird.
Hey, it's Cedric. Barely
made that jump. So these platforms here are actually supposed to go to from here, which is the next part of the level. And also head bash clipping.
Hey, it's Laurent.
As well as head bash clipping and getting a Dragonfly. But that's probably one of my favourite little sections of the game, is the fact that that just works and it's so convenient. It's more convenient on PS2 because that Dragonfly actually gets caught from that bubble instead of needing to. Because the PS2 version loads a lot more of the level before letting you move, whilst the GameCube version sort of does a lazy load. Or it does a lot of lazy loading, so it doesn't load everything, but it loads what it needs to. Now, this is one of the free minigame areas which we'll be entering, and on GameCube there's an easier strat for this, due to how the hitbox of the Ripto in the middle is on GameCube. But in PS2, it's actually a lot harder. We actually need to bother with doing some of the actual challenge. We are bothering with this top layer because doing the skip here is almost random. Like this Ripto's hitbox can just decide not to exist sometimes. So we just do that just to make it safer and consistent.
Hey, it's Rickshaw.
It's a very quick minigame. Quickest minigame area of the game. Coming out of here, we don't have much more to do. We've been hitting ray cannons throughout this level. We've only got a couple ray cannons left to hit. Get another Dragonfly. We've got a few, and then we've got our first instance of a Fireball. That makes a return in this game. Right, Fireball challenges are a thing. That was some weird movement. We've got a few gems here that I'm actually going to be forcing sparks through the floor for. As well as then doing a momentum conservation double jump in order to get up onto this platform. And that's something that I should really point out, is momentum in this game is overpowered. Like, momentum in Spyro 1 is pretty overpowered. However, In this game, momentum can be used for so many weird and wonderful things, just to make things more convenient or skip through a section.
Hey, it's Flobby.
So this is Flavi. We get that from the UFO that we just destroyed. Welcome to the most unnecessary fireball challenge in the history of fireball challenge. It's actually difficult to aim fireballs accurately. But with that,
Hey, it's
yeah.
Festive.
That Dragonfly, we then pick up that 5 and we will leave. Already 7k. After the 100% run, not after this run. We're doing 80% on GameCube, guys. Thank you for the good luck, Ghosty. We come out of Crop Circle and we are put straight into an electric challenge. 8 diodes will appear around the map. We just got to electrocute all 8 diodes. We're going to cheat these 2 here a little bit. Jump from a bit further back. Electrocute the hay bale. It worked. Generally, a rule of thumb in this game is that hitboxes extend downwards by a very exaggerated margin. So if you aim under something, you're most likely going to hit it.
Hey, it's Amy.
With Amy during this challenge. That's generally something that you want to be doing during challenges. 100% is going to be exaggerating this a bit more. Where we'll be doing quite a lot of collecting during these challenges. But these challenges are very good for setting up, for getting 1 cycles off of, as it involves you running around an area quite substantially. We're going to unlock Luau Island for getting 15 dragonflies. And then we're going to completely abandon all logic. Just clip through the water and we'll be grabbing all of these gems on foot. Swimming in this game is not very good. It's very slippery, it's very hard to control effectively. So by being able to do all this on foot is so much nicer. And now we will enter Luau Island. Do I have a favourite dragonfly? Dunno. Tashi Station's up there. don't really have many favorite dragonflies. Maybe unnamed Dragonfly 1 and unnamed Dragonfly 2. You'll hopefully see what I mean by unnamed Dragonfly 1 and unnamed Dragonfly 2 later on during this run. We're in Luau Island, the island paradise. This level has the windshield rune, which, as I stated, is not going to be used.
Hey, it's Gary.
So we're going to pick up Gary and we're going to be moving straight on. The rune is literally right there. We got Pig Skip. Pig Skip is very important. Right, let's kill this, let's not actually try and kill that enemy. I alerted that enemy, and if enemies get alerted in this game, it takes a lot of effort to actually make them go passive again. That was your first little bit of Spyro Enter the Dragonfly swimming. Going up is difficult. Yeah, don't ask me why these pigs have Professor's aha. They just do. They're just tourists. Hey, we're hovering our way to the NPC. Did that 5 fall through the floor? Where'd the 5 go?
Hey, it's soccer.
Right, do I do... We'll try it. Let's go. Okay, then you can see yourself out. The door's over there. We're actually going to attempt to skip. There's a fireball challenge here where we have to hit 4 targets to raise 2 platforms.
Hey, it's
Nice. But we can actually just skip like that. Well, I did not want to be here. This used to be a gate that we opened up a bit earlier. And we will keep on progressing. Oh. A little bit of late loading. Interesting. Usually isn't a problem. We will see something funky soon.
Hey, it's Daisy.
thought I only pressed the button twice then. I only pressed it 3 times. No, we're on blue sparks and we have to swim. We're on green sparks. We don't have sparks now. So in this game, Sparks' range is dictated by his color. Yellow means that he has full range, blue means he has decreased range, and then green means he has further decreased range. That further decreased range is abysmal. We're pretty much going to be going over gems for a second, just to make sure we get them. Superman. Super Spro. That 5. Release this final gate before the end of level Pig. He'll give us a Dragonfly. It's Dill.
Hey, it's Dip.
Followed up closely by Snufflebutt. A nation favourite. He needs gems, I need gems.
Hey, it's Play-Doh.
Got Play-Doh, and then these 4 vases here, and we will be using the Atlas. So the Atlas returns from Spyro 3 into this game, and it already has its power of being able to warp you to certain levels. So we're going to use that, warp ourselves back to Dragon Realms, as this will put us in the first area. So now we have to sort of hope and pray. So there is one spot where the game most frequently soft locks, and it's right here. We will hope and pray that we load into Cloud 9. Will we load into Cloud 9? Will we load into Cloud 9? Also, some of these loading screens are actually really interesting. We did it! We did it, Reddit! I did it. I have become a summoner. If anybody knows the reference, congratulations. You really are a gamer. I'll be honest, I sort of knew the game would probably work. I did sort of preload this level before the run. I loaded a 100% save state and went here. But that doesn't mean that the game will follow its rules. This game does not follow any sort of rules. Plan 9 is just going to be a whole bunch of progressing through the level. No mini games to do here. Mini games in this level are actually some of the slowest. We got we have Rainbow Speedway in this, which the time attack isn't terrible. Time attack's not bad. But the race is the slowest Dragonfly in this game. And then we've got Puffy Palace, which is just slow all round. I kind of want that gem. I've not been picking up gems very well. All the cinematic camera. This section also seems to be lagging a lot. It's weird. Spore does not have a run.
Hey, it's Savino.
The house is raiding. We took damage, but the animation didn't play because we were sort of busy charging. Fodder just to get ourselves up to yellow again. I'm pretty much going to be trying to keep myself at yellow sparks this entire run. If I can. There was nothing questionable about that at all. That was bad though. Respect the hustle. I've got 5 runs in this marathon, Matt. Which is low for me, to be fair.
Hey, it's Sylvia.
I feel honored.
Hey, it's Ice Boy.
I really have peaked. It is time to retire. It goes downhill from here. So, time for a bit more fireball action. That is not going to hit. This is okay, I still have to talk to this guy the first time. Yeah, Dragonfly for that.
Hey, it's Takahiro.
It's a very free Dragonfly compared to a lot of other ones. That this game has. So we're coming up to the end of Cloud 9, and what we're going to be doing on this next NPC is we're going to be trying to do something called, or something that is a Dragonfly dupe. We're going to hopefully...
Hey, it's Rick.
Nice. So we just picked up Rick. However, we escaped the talk box. So if we talk to this guy again, he will actually give us another Dragonfly. An unnamed one, but it is a complete Dragonfly dupe. We just got 2 Dragonflies there for 1. Yeah, it's unnamed Dragonfly 1. How about it? I'm very surprised that bubble didn't work. There we go.
Hey, it's Goose.
If you grabbed all the Dragonflies, yeah, you can go over 90.
Hey, it's Margaret.
The Dragonfly hiding in this corner, Margaret, and with that, we are done with Cloud 9. No Lux. Enter the Dragonfly has fire, bubble, electric, and ice. In The Legend of Spyro, he has flame, ice, electric, and earth. Dunno, Pentagram, where is Nerfrip? It's not really elements in this game. How's the pace? I don't know. I'm not actually timing myself. And I don't remember my splits. Probably not as good as my PB in this. My PB for PS2 and early Ripto is actually like kind of crazy. So Gaze suggests a suggestion. Remember that? Bad movement. At Zumi G, the most devout Spyrothon mod. Thank you, Zumi. Hit him twice for good luck.
Hey, it's Sandra.
As we head into Monkey Monastery. Monkey Monastery is the only level in this run that we are going to be grabbing all of the dragonflies from. The Legend of Spyro games are not very well balanced. That's about as far as it gets. Oh, thanks, Phoenix, for the good luck. You've been a snake from day one, Caitlin.
Hey, it's foamy.
So for most of the game, I've been using the electric breath.
Ouch.
However, in this level, I'm actually going to be mostly using flame breath. Is this going to make it? Yeah, cool. Okay, got another gate that we're just going to go straight through.
Hey,
That was like really clean. And this level is going to be done in a semi-weird way. So up to the right there, there's actually a slide minigame.
Hey, it's Shadow.
We're going to be ending the level on that minigame. Long whirlwind, which won't actually get half used because of this Yeti. Now we can go back and actually use this one to its full extent. The thing is, if you want TLOS at Spyrothon, you just gotta learn it and run it. We get a Dragonfly from killing the birds.
Hey, it's Gaku.
Just want to check if we've gotten if that actually did break. In case, yeah, okay. There's this ice wall here that you're actually supposed to do use a firework for, but you can just glide around the ice wall, as simple as that. It's also the first instance of a key. So in all the levels here on out, there's going to be a key that unlocks a chest. The chest has a dragonfly in it, for whatever the hell reason. Also entering our second minigame area. The Legend of Spyro was good in its own right. That's all it is. It's not good. It's not good in terms of a Spyro game, but it's good in its own right. This minigame is very simple. Just destroy 20 factories using the Spitfire. Did I just sharp cut? What? I didn't know that was a thing. Hello, I just learned something. L2 and R2 sharp turning. What is this? Well then. Yeah, after destroying 20 factories, we get a prize. We get awarded for destroying an entire industry. Let's just take a second to think about this. Thanks for good luck, Matt 30. Coming out of factories, we got the second to last Yeti to release here. And now we are going to be heading backwards through the level. It's alright, we're all suffering in the UK. Even the richest of poor. This is an ice block. We'll have a camera in a minute. Thank you. We're just going so fast that the camera can't keep up.
Hey, it's Holly.
Oh, that's actually a really convenient catch. We would like a timeout on that guy, please, thank you. Wait, why am I talking to you? Talking to you isn't gonna do me anything. Alright. Slightly messing up this section here, just doing things in the wrong order. It's honestly probably better to do this. First, just because then it's out of the way. I did mess up the stairs area there. I collected more stuff than I needed to. But we won't worry too much about it. This is Bartholomew, by the way. Oh, what? Did I bugged his text box?
Hey, it's Joey.
So for freeing the Yetis, you get a Dragonfly, like you do most things. Now follow along this path. We're going backwards through the level still. Cool. Unlock our first chest to get the Dragonfly.
Hey, it's Young.
Young. Gotta go through the door again. And probably die. Thank you. And finishing up in the slide area. Hey Charlie, thanks for the good luck. The slide's actually kind of a fun little mechanic in this game. I do genuinely like how they implemented the slide into this game. So we're taking this route both times. This is the safer one, the safer route. The other route that you can take is actually like a second faster. But for the sake of marathon safety, we're just going to stick with this. In terms of obstacles, you've got these little ice crystals, and then you've got penguins pushing ice cubes. You get hit by that, you get knocked back a lot. Some of the ice cubes will actually really destroy you and make it literally impossible for you to continue. That's not cube, it's cubert, which is obviously not a pun on Cubert, the actual game. Well, we go again on the slide. Same again. Same again, pick ourselves up another Dragonfly. And then we will start the challenge again, but we're actually gonna warp out using the Atlas. Thanks for the good luck then.
Hey, it's dancing.
You can always come back to practice. Yeah, we will practice because we need to go into the Atlas. So we'll start the slide and then wait for that to go. And warp. We've only got 3 more. We've only got 3 more levels to do. Honey Marsh is pretty quick. Thieves' Den's also pretty quick as well. The luxury of this route is that it somehow it works out so perfectly. So not worried about that. We still have the ice rune from Cloud 9, by the way. We're holding on to that for safekeeping. So we gotta do a little bit of funky movement there. There's still sparks, text boxes that wanna play there. We've been skipping them because obviously it's slow. Oh, collision. I ran right through you. Honey Marsh is my favorite level. What are gems used for in this? Completion mostly, and to pay money bags the one time in Dragonfly Dojo. The ideas in ETD are amazing. This is a very fast-paced level with a lot of stuff just sort of crammed into small spaces. Bart, talk to me. Thank you. So we saw Thief there. That Thief has a Dragonfly. There was a Thief in Cloud 9 that actually held a wand that would have activated a Whirlwind, which we just completely bypassed. Suzuki, please. How much percent to get, do I need to get an NER? It's 70%.
Hey, it's Russell.
There's then the second fight, which unlocks at 85%, which quite a lot of people don't actually know about. Before like the actual final fight unlocks at 100.
Hey, it's Swan.
There's one. That Dragonfly's actual name is Russell Tim in the GameCube version. In the PS2 version, for some reason, it just gets cut off at Russell. The advantages of Flame is that there's a few enemies which are resistant to electric, but like Bubble is purely just for collecting dragonflies. Electric is the most powerful, it has the biggest spread. Alright, so we're going to be hopefully doing another... No! Damn it! Alright, so I tried for another dragonfly dupe there. That's fine, we can back this up. So I forgot to skip like that entire interaction there. So I'm gonna have to back this up by doing a minigame area in Thieves' Den, which is unfortunate. We got another key chest to grab this dragonfly, which is Tim. There are no more places where you can dupe. There's only those two, the one here and the one in Cloud 9. Alright, time for some rocks. Thank you. Yes, hello. May I have rock? Thank you. Not the fastest rocks in the world, but it's decent enough. Make sure I don't actually fail that shot. There we go. For a second there, I thought I was moving out of the text box then, and I was just like, is this actually another dupe that you could actually do? Nope, don't need to do that. Alright, we're menuing downwards now, not upwards. Right, as to the level after that, we get this cutscene. This cutscene means that we have at least 50% of the game. We very much clearly have 50% of the game. But hey, Ripto and not Ripto, Crush and Gulp are dead now. Spoilers. Story behind this game, Ripto returns. Ripto returns and tries to use the power of the Dragonflies. However, he fails his spell and Dragonflies are spread all over the Dragon Realms. We finally handed in the ice rune that we got from Cloud9. There's only 2 more levels left in this game. Mum is annoying. Damn.
Hey, it's Masa.
Okay. Got Masa, and now we have to go into Thieves' Den. So, unfortunately, we have to do a minigame area here, since we failed the Honey Marsh Dragonfly dupe. Otherwise, we would not be doing anything. We would just be doing main area stuff. That failing that Dragonfly dupe is going to set us back about 2 minutes 20, which is fine. I accounted for this in my estimate. I accounted for a failed dragon. I accounted for a failed Dragonfly dupe. I accounted for Cloud9 crash, and a whole bunch of loading times. The gems aren't really that important in this level. This level has 700 gems. 680 of them are made up by 1s and 2s. There are 10 gems in this level. That is about it. Takes a little while to get to the first Dragonfly. But firstly, we have a minigame area in here behind this breakable wall. And this is going to be the backup for missing the Dragonfly dupe. Yeah, the enemies in this level are mimics. Mimic gems and the Ripto wizards. Ripto wizards don't drop gems. They're actually what you need to use the wing shield against. But we don't have the wing shield, so we're not going to do that. They actually have a dragonfly locked behind them, but that is actually a very slow dragonfly, despite the fact that it's in the main area. So we're doing this platforming minigame. This is the slower of the two platforming minigames. We got this little section to do here at the start, a few platforms with diodes on them. After this, we then have a section with a whole bunch of platforms, which aren't really that important. Also, note that the camera isn't centered here. So by doing that, we actually can kill the Ripto wizard. And we get a dragonfly.
Hey, it's Morpheus.
Okay, and now we are completely done with minigame areas. Everything that we do is going to be in main areas. 3801, my gems aren't looking bad. Why is it not? How much time is left in this run? Don't know. 20-ish? Probably less than 20 actually. No. This hasn't felt that amazing. This is where the first dragonfly of the main area is. It's a very long way in. Like this level is very backloaded. Like a lot of the dragonflies appear within this like second half. Jordan, thank you.
Hey, it's Jordan.
I hate these platforms. Where's this X? Perfect. Electric. Switch to electric because we've got another gate clip that we want to be doing. That's another thing with this route. So previously, PS2 used to do the Ripto wizards, and if you do the Ripto wizards, you can't do the gate clip in this area. But this new route completely removes one, the need to do the platforming minigame if you get both Dragonfly dupes, and two, Ripto wizards. She's like ridiculously overpowered. Outside of that, we don't really use the breath at all in this level. We don't really have any like major uses for it. Like we're not prioritizing gems in this level just because of its gem density being just poor. Where is this? It's around here somewhere. Like that a bit safer. I was just like, I'm still not quite used to approaching it from there. So we've got 2 more dragonflies to pick up here. I always forget that guy is the mimic. We got an ice challenge. This is the first time we're actually using the ice breath. Doesn't really have many uses. But you got a few ice challenges to do. There's one that we'll be doing after this level. And that is about it actually for the ice breath. Like there's no more uses of ice breath outside of the 2 challenges in this category. In 100% there's a use in the final level, which is Jurassic Jungle, which is after this. But that dragonfly isn't obtained. Also, this level is extremely dark. It won't look very dark on the capture, but like on my TV, it is very dark. So this is the last key chest that we'll be grabbing in the run. We won't be grabbing the one in Jurassic Jungle.
Hey, it's
We get Racket. So we're now on 63 dragonflies. Final level requires 65 to get into. We have an ice challenge as well as a loose dragonfly left to pick up in the home world. The nerdy Ripto route is like really fortunate that it came together so perfectly in terms of unlocking levels. The 2 dragonfly dupes also made things just so much more streamlined because I was doing 5 minigame areas, but now you only need to do 3, which is really good. Or 5 minigame dragonflies. Oh, look how big the gems are compared to sparks. Sparks is so tiny compared to the gems in this game. Once again, we're going to pick up a dragonfly during this.
Hey, it's Fluffy.
Fluffy, that'll be our 64th, and then we got this one last campfire. Picked up a dragonfly 65. It's there.
Hey, it's Howie.
That one struggles to appear on screen if you end on that campfire. So, we're now entering the last level before doing a Ripto. Probably don't need these gems, but I'm just going to pick them up anyway. We grab 6 Dragonflies here. Oh, I didn't actually think he would hit you there. Yeah, we're grabbing 6 Dragonflies in this level, all in the main area. Follow the semi-linear path that is laid out in front of us. We have a little puzzle coming up here. The order for this puzzle is red, green, blue, not yellow, purple, yellow. That'll give us a Dragonfly. Nice and simple.
Hey, it's Scarlet.
Puzzle Street. We've already got Yeswally1. I'm not hosting another event. Next dragon come up here, we got Dumpa.
Hey, it's Goomba.
I just needed to get the ice or electric and I got the bubble. I went full circle. So, these bridges are fun. Bridges on PS2 make no sense. Got an electric challenge here. Very, very basic electric challenge. All the diodes are very close together. Oh, why did I not do the strat? Oh. To be fair, I think that's actually faster. Alright. Nice easy
Hey, it's
Dragonfly.
Karen.
It's Karen! Or if you're playing on the NTSC version, it's Rhett. That Dragonfly is an identity complex. So this is where a lot of the level is. Again, this is another level that's actually quite backloaded. Yeah, we should be fine on gems. I don't know where I got so many extras. Yeah, decent enough. Got a backtrack here to pick up these 3 guys. Got the other level guy, and we will get ourselves a Dragonfly from this. We killed that thief. That thief didn't have a Dragonfly. That thief actually held something. I don't fully remember what it is, but well, it's not really a relevant thing. But it's what this professor here wants. So we got to talk to this guy twice. That was a nice headback.
Hey, it's Bonky.
I must have had like a conserved headback or something. There's something that can happen. Right, so we're going to take the invisibility. Invisibility is a thing that's only in this level. And we're just going to go out of bounds. Out of bounds to get to Mitch. And with that, we will exit and warp back to Dragon Realms. And we have 60%, not 60, 70%. So all that's left to do is fight Ripto. Tom Kenny is the person who voices Spyro in this game. He also voices Spyro in Spyro 2 and 3. I don't know if he voices Spyro in A Hero's Tale. I don't think so. He definitely doesn't voice Spyro in The Legend of Spyro. So, we are entering Ripto. This is actually another potential soft lock spot. Although I did technically preload it before the... Yeah. Like, Tom Kenny voices quite a lot of stuff. Yeah, that was it, Elijah Wood, and then David Spade is Sparks in The Legend of Spyro. So we got Ripto. Ripto is a very simple fight. He's gonna put up an ice wall. What's this ice wall gonna do? It's gonna stop me from hurting him. I gotta flame the ice wall and eventually it'll break. Once this ice wall breaks, it's then 3 hits and... Where? Okay. He just wanted to take a second. So the ice wall is down, that's 1 hit. Second hit. And time. On 4046. Bad. And that was Spyro into the Dragonfly for the PlayStation 2. And that was any percent already Ripto. And we didn't meet the any percent requirement.
Big GG's.
After 100, so...
Big GG's there, Wally.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I would say, just a quick ask. So,
Yes.
what's the main difference then when you get 100% of the game?
100% has 2 more phases to Ripto, and it has its own end.
Alright, okay. Because with, like, would you consider the 100% would be a little bit more difficult, you say, for a boss fight that you got here?
It's not that much more difficult. It's just the 3rd phase has a lot of RNG that you'll see when I do the 100% run.
Alright.
Later on in the marathon.
Hey. And that would be specifically, when would that be again? Let's look at that schedule.
About this time tomorrow.
Yeah, well, awesome. Looking forward to that then, folks. Well, brilliant, Wally. Thank you so much. You've got any last words? Yep, any last words before you have that off?
Good luck to the Spyro 2 runs before my Japanese run. I'll see you all in like 45 minutes.
We'll see you all very shortly then, Wally. And folks, if you aren't already, go and follow Wally on twitch.tv/Yeswally1. If I can quickly get that in. Oh, and Phoenix is already ahead of me. Nice one. Right, awesome. Right, folks, we will be right back then with some interview with some Spyro 3 bingoers. So if you've got any thoughts or any questions, then get them ready and to pop them in the chat. These bingoers. This will be an interview with, just double check who it is again. It is with Charity Royale and Katote. So we'll see you in a very short moment.